every day, everywhere, across New Zealand.
From the smallest town
to the biggest city.
We have the finest tools.
And expert advice.
For any job.
For any person.
Who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we?
We are Nelson, Hamilton, Pukekohe, Rangiora.
We are Trade Zone.
We are Trade Zone.
We are Trade Zone.
Trade Zone, proud to bring you Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing.
I'm Nicky, and since I could hold a handline, I have been addicted to fishing. Whether it's straylining for snapper, jigging for kingfish, dropping deep for harpooker, or jumping in and going spearfishing, I love it all. Join me each week as I road trip around the country, travelling to both New Zealand's most iconic fishing destinations and stepping off the beaten track to show just how good Kiwi fishing really is. Whether it's a girls' trip, fishing with a local, or riding solo, I am on a constant quest to satisfy my insatiable fishing addiction. Welcome to Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing. I'm out in the middle of the ocean somewhere with two very dangerous people. Dangerous when it comes to fish. I've just been blindfolded the whole way out here. I have no idea where we are. I'm here fishing with none other than Nathan Adams and one of his best mates, Alan. This duo has been responsible for a world record Pacific bluefin. What size was it, Bodge?
335.
335 kilos.
Oh, yeah.
A 300 and, what was it?
58.
358 kilo black marlin and 170 something kilo stripey, all on the same week of nationals a few years ago. They slay fish basically. So I've been blindfolded and I'm stoked to be out here with them, and we're going to see if we can pick up some fish deep down. So for rigs today, we've got 400-pound leader, we've got a light stick taped on. We've got a 2-hook rig, we're using mullet bait, and the beauty of the whole entire rig is that the hooks face back in towards the main line. Lots of people don't do that, they forget to do that. They think that the hooks face out, and when you do that, you won't be hooking your wreck fish. Right, so we're gonna do a prospect drop with the Beastmaster. See what's down there. It is such a privilege to be out fishing with Nathan Adams again. As a fisherman, he is absolutely phenomenal. I've learnt so much from Nathan over the years. It's definitely one of my mentors.
Hey, Nicky's getting one now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this one's struggling. Come on, Beastmaster, you can do it. Check out the bend of their rod. Uh-oh. Come on. Fishing with these two usually means one thing: good fish. Looks like Alan's fish might come up first.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Starting to pop up out the back.
That's a nice bass.
Woohoo!
And a blue nose.
Not a bad prospect drop. Beautiful big blue nose and a tasty bass. Let's get this on board so I can see what Alan's got. Good stuff. Yeah, I'll get this out of the way. Beast mode. Nice work. Yeah, got it. I'll bring it in. Not a bad first drop, mate.
Yeah.
Big bully bass. Nathan moves and manoeuvres the Extreme back to exactly where we need to be, with the help of our Raymarine electronics. With him, nothing is by chance or accident. Every spot, every drop is carefully calculated.
Let's put a bit of blue nose on the bottom out with them and then put a mullet fillet on top. It's not going to go in the prop, eh? No, we need the prop.
It's way out the back. boom, we are both hooked up.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a blue nose.
Yeah, could be.
I reckon it's a blue nose.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Bodge?
Not
Don't
sure.
say spiny dog.
Yeah, hard to say. Could be. You get gemfish here as well. But mostly in this spot you get blue nose, but you do get ling, you get sleeper sharks, like seal sharks and stuff. So.
After the break, the big fish continue. This week, I've been taken to a secret location with Nathan Adams and his mate Alan, and we are on a deep dropping mission. Right, so we're going to drop down a slightly smaller rig. There may even be some sneaky little delicious teriyaki down there, and Alan's going to drop down a bigger rig in case there's some half hooker.
It's not looking red hot on the sounder, so I'm not expecting instant action, but it'd be good if we did. There's quite a bit of snags here, so you have to stay in touch with your sinker when you're on the bottom or you'll get snagged. Bit of current too by the feels of it.
Check out all these dolphins right next to us. They're just playing, having a bit of fun. Got some birds and some gannets diving.
Taking the piss out of us for not catching any fish.
Yeah, they're laughing at us. Yeah. Nice work, Alan. What do you think it might be?
Just floated off.
Oh no!
You got a net? Ooh, is it gonna come up? Yep, it's a pooker. It's a teeny pooker.
So Alan's got a pooker and it's come off. Luckily he floats, so he's just gonna grab it. Nice work. Oh, it's a tasty size. Yeah. Let's hope this one catches a fish.
Straight away, hit the bottom, got
Get
him.
it, Alan.
You might have to put your the big hooks back on. Could be a kingy, that. Looking pretty grunty. Don't lose that, Al, we need that fish. Yeah, I am picking that is a kingfish, the way it's doing that. And the way it took it the second he hit the bottom.
Interesting depth for them to be at. So this is why they call him Lucky Alan. He's a lucky fisherman, this one. Bodgy, you guys, how many big fish have you guys caught together now, you two?
Can't remember. Heaps. Heaps, yeah. Especially swords, caught heaps of big swords, like 250 kilo plus swords, heaps of them. I just lost count, but caught quite a few marlin and stuff, like I don't know how many marlin. Must be like 50 or something, or maybe 100, I don't know, something like that, quite a few.
And then there was that big black.
Yep, a tuna, we've caught big yellow fins, blue fins, everything.
So,
In fact, the only thing I've only caught one of is a spearfish, and we caught a giant one we should have kept. It could have been a record, but we let it go in the Nationals, and Al caught that. That's the only one I've ever caught on the boat.
You two are dangerous together, dangerous for fish. Meanwhile, Alan is quietly working away on bringing in his fish. And as it emerges, it looks like Nathan was right. Quickly bring this in so I can see what's on the end of my line. So this obviously isn't a world record hooker, but I'm stoked because this is going to be delicious. The smaller that they are, the tastier that they are. When they come up, their swim bladder inflates and they get barotrauma, which means that as they get closer to the surface, you can sometimes see your lines start to go out a little bit, and they start to come up naturally because of the air, and it's really hard to release them. So we're just going to take this one home, and it's going to be cherished for dinner. We're just going to bleed this kingy so that we can keep the flesh a bit blood-free, get rid of all the blood, flush it all out. Be beautiful for eating. Just going to post this rod strap up through its mouth. Alright, so when we put him over the back of the boat, I'm just going to make an incision underneath the gills here all the way up, and he's going to bleed out for me. There we go, and that water's going to circulate around and flush it out for us.
Have you got the big hook rig on again?
Couldn't help myself. Got the big hooks.
Have had it where the puka aren't on the feed and they'll take those little tiny baits, but they won't take big baits. But
You know what they say?
It does feel wrong fishing with little tiny hooks.
It does. It doesn't feel right. As a human, it's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Big bait, big hook.
Big bait, big fish.
Big hook, big, yeah.
Big bait, big fish.
Big shoes, big, oh no, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Tackle tips and tactics, brought to you by Smart Marine.
So the tackle tip today is do something that I didn't do. So about a year ago, we got this tiny, tiny, minuscule little stone chip in the windscreen of the Extreme. And I sort of thought nothing of it, and it didn't even grow any bigger. But when we were out on the boat, we took on a big wave that had a big hole behind it, and boat comes down, bang, and now we have a beautiful big crack the entire way across the windscreen. So if you have a stone chip in your windscreen of the boat, don't do what I did and leave it. Get it filled or fixed, because you could be out in the water and you could end up like us. So what we did to make sure that we could get back safely and to give a little bit to the integrity of the window with the crack is we just put some gaffer tape across it to get us back.
For all your fishing needs, head on down to your local Smart Marine store.
Coming up, we crack into a variety of different fish, and then Nathan shares his gutting and gilling process. This week, I'm fishing with Nathan and Alan, and we've been deep dropping up a storm.
Come on, be a puka.
Oh, come on. Get it, Alan. Kingy?
Double heater. That doesn't look that big. I reckon that might be a puka. Sal reckons kingy though, eh? Oh no, it's fighting hard. Nah, kingy. Yeah, kingy.
Great condition on those fish, eh?
Yeah, it's quite a good sized kingy, eh?
Yeah. What's your premonition, Alan?
That's the marker, isn't it? Oh, no, it might be a blue. I thought it felt a bit boogie there for a while.
The spiny dog.
Yeah, but it's got a
And it's
big
got a
shark hanging around it.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually winding a reel for a change.
very unusual. I don't think I've ever seen this before. This is a phenomenon.
Got a bad crew today when I got to wind the reel.
Unbelievable.
Shouldn't say that, should I?
The top shot. What is it?
Hopefully not a shark. Could be a spiny dog. Hope not. It is a snapper.
It's a snapper. How's that for variety today? My goodness.
Only just hooked through the lip.
Beautiful condition. Like fat.
Barracuda. Rightio, this is best hooker bait you can get. Barracuda. It's different than a gem fish because these are skinnier and they're generally in shallower water, like 200 and under. And I always hold them like this by the eyes. It's the safest way to hold them because they've got nasty teeth. And inside their gills, they've got horrible little like spikes on their gills here, which grip the fish they're eating. You can see these tiny little hair-like spikes.
Ooh, that
and those get in your fingers and they're horrible. They go septic, so always hold a barracuda like that.
Yes!
Yay, she's in.
Well, we've caught a massive variety today. Hapaka, blue nose,
Bass.
2 nice bass, kingies, snapper, barracuda, a shark. Kind of almost wish that we could scuba dive down 200 metres, eh? And go have a look at what's down there. And
I wouldn't like the big 7-gillers that are down there, but big Marcos and stuff, but it'd be interesting to see. I'd like to stick a one of those robot submarine things down and have a look at some of my spots.
I'd love to get a submarine.
I've actually got footage someone sent me taken of a camera of a pocket spot loaded with pocket swimming around. They just dropped a camera down and there's big schools of pocket swimming around.
How many's in the school?
Oh, you can't tell how many. The ones you can see, there'd be 20.
Wow. I've always wondered what
and then
size
they dropped
the
it
school
down
they
at the
roll
garden
in.
patch and there was terraki, like hundreds of terraki and gemfish and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
You reckon it's a spiny dog?
I have no idea what it is. I'm not even going to try and call it. Yep.
Spiny dog.
Spiny dog!
Okay.
What's your trick to get these off?
No, you do it. They've got a nasty spine, so I grab them by the nose like that. And they seem to just, look, if you grab them by the nose, you've got to watch out for this spine here. See that big spine? This one's even worse. This is the one that gets everyone, this big sucker on the back. But they don't seem to be able to get you. You hold them like that, and then...
How do you feel about maybe showing our viewers how to fillet these fish tomorrow?
Can do. I'm not an expert filleter, but
I think you might be.
I know how to do it.
You're an ex-commercial fisherman, Bodge.
Yeah, I didn't fillet the fish, I just caught them.
Oh,
But I know how to fillet them.
Me. All right, that's us. Yo.
You're just leaning on that tap.
Oh, is that what that is? I was thinking, why is the pump going here? Is that the bilge pump or is that a...
No, that's the tap.
Oh, is that why that one was going?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you leant on it?
That's the hand wash?
I thought it was a bilge pump.
No, it's literally to wash your hands.
Oh.
It's a new feature of the extreme boat.
I couldn't have that on my boat. The first person who leaned over the side, I'd have to push the button and squirt them.
All right, so we've got the big bass here. Now, you're the ex-commercial fisherman. What's the best way to take care of these fish?
I wasn't a professional fish filleter, so I'll apologise to any professional fish filleters. I was a fisherman, but this is how I do it, and it's pretty good. It keeps the meat clean. I hate yucky fish, so I like to do my fish properly. This is quite a big fish. A lot of recreational guys don't take big enough bins. They don't expect to catch fish like this, so sometimes you'll catch a fish like this and it won't fit in your fish bin. If you don't have enough ice, you can make this fish keep better in the boat just by gut and gilling it, because the guts on, particularly on hapaka, not so much bass, but on hapaka, they go rotten real quick. I like to use a decent knife. So I just start down here at the vent and just split the meat up here. So under here, you just get in here and you just go around here with your knife. Now I've got to roll it over, do the other side. So I'm just going to repeat that gill process on this side. Found something in here that I forgot about. I'm going to keep these rows because someone will want these. We'll smoke them up, wash them off after, so it'll be a crime to throw that away. That there, that just needs a wash out now. If you're in the boat, you just wash that out with seawater. And if you didn't have enough ice, this will keep way, way better and be way better eating now that it's gutted and gilled than it would have if you just left the guts in. I'm not going to steal the cheeks out, which is my favourite bit, because that would be ripping the person off who's getting the heads. So. Okay, so when you take the head off a puka or a bass, there's a trick to it, makes it way easier. Some people would just cut it off behind the tough bits here, but there's two reasons you don't do that. Firstly, it's a waste of all the meat that's in here, but secondly, with most fish, this bit around here is what stops it getting squashed and damaged and stuff. It keeps the meat good. So here you get the knife under there, and that makes it much easier to get in and actually take the head off. Put the knife in there and split that, and that's what's going to release the head. So. This head's all nice and clean inside. I've taken the gills out. It's all clean and heaps of meat in it. Back of here, cheeks, eyes for the guys who eat eyes. That's not me, I don't eat eyes, I eat fillets. But heaps of people do. So someone will be stoked with that head. So you just want to get a bit of this blood out of here, get it as clean as you can, and then pack a bit of ice in here, close these flaps, sit it in your bin, and it'll keep really, really good. This will now keep much, much longer than it would if you left the guts in.
It's awesome. Hey, thanks so much, Nathan. It's been an amazing trip. And whenever you say, yep, let's go, I move heaven and earth to go fishing with you.
Like this time, yep, leave your other crew at home and go.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sweet.
Look, that's it from us at Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing. We'll see you guys again next week.
Gear, Care and Catch, brought to you by Trade Zone.
G'day, mate.
G'day, Nicky. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Good to be back on the wild west coast in Greymouth.
Yeah, lovely to have you back too, yeah. So what brings you down here, Nick?
Well, I wish I was fishing, but I'm not. I've got one of these bad boys, actually, the Viper Arc 140 inverter arc welders at home. I just ran out of the rods, so I just need to get some more.
Okay, we've got these general purpose rods here from Magna Weld. Easy to use, nice resealable container. They're actually the biggest manufacturer of welding rods around. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, very nice rod to use.
And you guys have quite a big range?
Yeah, we've got a big range of low hydrogens, back up to your general purpose. You can't go wrong.
Okay, and so how many's in there? How many kilos?
2.5 kilos in that packet.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And that's recyclable?
That's recyclable plastic, so yeah, good for the environment.
Awesome. Well, that's perfect. I'll take one of those, please.
Okay, come with you.
For all your engineering needs, head in store or order online at www.tradezone.co.nz. Check out our YouTube page for tips, tricks, and entire episodes of every season. And like us on Facebook to keep up to date with competitions and all your fishing news. Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing is proud to be with Extreme Boats, powered by Honda Marine. We tow it around in our custom-built G-Fab trailer on the back of our Mercedes-Benz V6. When we're not out on the water, it's all stored away in our BuildLink kit set shed. Smart Marine supply us with our SHIMANO tackle, and we find the best fishing spots with our Raymarine. We finish the job thanks to Trowel Trades, and move in precision thanks to Seastar. We maintain our gear using Ting tools, and we keep up to date thanks to New Zealand Fishing News magazine, and it all keeps performing thanks to Trade Zone.